Alright, hey everybody. So today's video is not going to be a tutorial. Like, I'm not going to be showing you an exact look to be doing because I've been like battling allergies and a cold since last week, and I finally have my voice back. And I wasn't really in the mood to figure out what I was going to do today and like colors and everything. Instead of that, I'm going to be doing something that I think is 20 times more important, and that is figuring out the tools that you need. So a lot of people, when they first start doing makeup, they just get things that aren't the best, and they just use the products that come with it. And a lot of times that makes you frustrated because it's not coming out like how you see in your YouTube videos and in like magazines. So hopefully I can save you from that frustration, and yeah, everything will go swimmingly whenever you do your next makeup look. So once again, if you like this video, feel free to comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see next week. If you want another video more like this where I explain things and what you need to get going, or if you want something more actual tutorials like this looks really awesome. How do you do this? So just let me know, and I will try to deliver that each and every week. All right, let's get going. When I started makeup, I would just get, and I started using makeup products and everything when I was like middle school. I would sneak it from school and use my lunch money to buy makeup because I wasn't allowed to wear makeup growing up. And I don't know, for me, I would always get really, really upset because I'd get little like palettes like this. Not gonna show the thing. That weren't really great products. They weren't very pigmented, and I tried to create these looks, and they just did not look how it would in movies and in magazines and everything, and it was really upsetting. And so for a while, I just like scorned makeup. I can't do it. This is awful. And really, it was I didn't have the proper tools to do makeup, and I was getting like really cheap stuff. Now, I want to say there's a difference between a product being cheap, in the way it's created, and a product being cheap in that it's good, but you get the bang for your buck. So that's kind of what I'm going to be going over today. So first thing is you want to get eyeshadows. I'm going to focus on eyeshadows today because I feel like that's the most important. Most people focus on the eyes, and I definitely do as well. So most people, when they first start doing makeup, they go and get kind of the cheapest makeup that you can get, which is completely fine. I do that too, to this day. The difference is that a lot of times they're getting this makeup just because it's like 20 cents cheaper than like NYX, which is one of the best companies out there, in my opinion. And what happens is a lot of these companies, they have a lot of fillers in their products. So most eyeshadows are like this, where it's, just a powder formation or form. And what companies do to make it super duper cheap is they put a lot more like chalk and other sort of fillers that don't actually have a pigment in there. So when I say something is pigmented, what I mean is that there's not a lot of that excess cheap stuff in there. And so like NYX, which is one of my favorite brands, they have so many good products. They're one of the ones that you can get these, cheaper products, and they're amazing. Another one, I don't have an eyeshadow, I don't think, from ELF, but they have everything, and each and every one of their products is professional grade. But it's kind of when you get to like kind of Almay and sometimes CoverGirl, where they're kind of because they make so much money no matter what, that they're not really going to be putting out, the best products for you. So, one of the ways that you can kind of test to see if it's a good product is to like put it on your hands if you can. So one thing I always do, and a lot of makeup people do, is you take the color whenever you get it, and you just put it on your finger. You look at it, look how amazing and rich. You can barely see my finger there, and then you just kind of smear it onto your finger or onto your hand. So I'm going to see if I can get this for you. So you see how that is already looking so pretty. And that's one way that you know that this is going to be a good color. And the reason why you want it super pigmented is it's going to go onto your lid a lot easier, and you're going to end up using more, or you're going to be using it a lot more and getting a lot more out of it, because you're not going to be having to go back in 50 times to get the color that you want and make sure the color is on your lid. And most likely it's not going to come off of your lid as much. So I'll just show you like a couple others. So that was a palette that I got from NYX, and it's from my Ipsy bag. It's literally one of the greatest things ever. I mean, $10 and I get full-size products like this. I mean, I feel like one day I'm just going to show you all the things I've gotten from Ipsy that I use, almost on a daily basis. So, hey, this is actually another one that I got from Ipsy. It's this brand. It's Pacifica. And so once again, I'm just going to put that on a different finger. I mean, look, can you see? It's just this really pretty golden-y color. And then I'm going to put it right next. And once again, you can see, it's not, because it's a lighter color, it's not as dark as this one, but you can still definitely see where it is on my hand. And so, you can get these brands that, I mean, I don't think you can get this exact color in a store, but I think you can get like them individually, and they have, I mean, NYX always has little palettes like these. And you can get them for like $5, which in the long run, I mean, I've already used this one by the NYX company. Oh, how many times have I used it? I don't even know how many times. Now, if you are like a makeup nut like me, then you're going to want to start using more like this. So I've had this palette, the Naked by Urban Decay. Ooh, it's my favorite. Actually, this is my second favorite because I got their new one. But anyways, I've had this one for 3 years. And if you look inside, I mean, you can hardly tell. The only one that I've gotten to like the pan almost is this one. So you see like right there, that is, I mean, I've had this for 3 years and it still looks pristine. And this is another thing where it's so pigmented and it's such a great quality product that I can use these every single day and you will not notice because I don't have to use, a buttload. So like I'm going to take one of their lighter shades. So this one is called Sin. And look at, this is like a highlighting shade, so it's going to be super duper light. But I mean, you can see it right there. And I'm going to put it right in between the two colors I've done already. And I mean, look at that. And that's their lightish color that they have. I mean, they have this one. I like the names of these, if anything else. It's like Creep and Sin and da-da-da-da. And so, once again, like, I'm going to put this in. This is like a blackish gray color. And then, I mean, you don't need much at all, which is why these products are more expensive. But definitely, if you just like to do makeup every so often, don't do it. Like, these are expensive palettes, and I love makeup. I use these all the time on myself. I use them on my clients. Like, I get my money's worth. That's just me. And I think that this is maybe more important than making sure your shadow is pigmented, is having the right tools. So like with the NYX and other ones like these, they usually come with those little, like, you can even see where it was in here, like those little fake brushes that are just like sponges. And I do not ever use them. As soon as I get them, I usually throw them away. Because what happens is that they, it's supposed to be like a cheap brush and it's free and da da da. But it ends up keeping all of the product on the sponge rather than putting it on your eye. So I am a big fan of using brushes. I mean, I can just show you, these are just some of the brushes that I use, and then I just pulled two out. And so, I mean, you can go as fancy or as, I don't want to say lowly, but like as cheap as you want. So like both of these, once again, Ipsy. It's an amazing bag. And what's nice with these is that a lot of them are made with synthetic hair now, and they really get the product on here. So like if you can tell, there's not too much product left on here. But they get the product on to the brush, and then they just effortlessly put it on your lid. You don't really have to worry about wasting product. And the nice thing is that if you get too much product, like you've used the same brush 20 times in a row, um, rather than having to just throw this away and try to find, the little disposable ones, you just wash it and you let it dry overnight and it's clean. Um, and when I started using the brushes and not just the little disposable sponges that they gave you, my looks all of a sudden started coming together. I was no longer having any issues with the look not coming out the way I wanted to because I was spending a little bit of extra money to get these brushes. But all of these Ipsy bags, and all of these are like $10 by themselves. And then I usually get 4 other products in them. Go to Walmart. Walmart and Target has a brand called ELF. It's my favorite. I actually have one of their brushes in here. They look like this. Some of them are actually black. This is kind of like their basic brush, and it's white. And this one is a smudge brush. Yes. And it's like the most expensive one is $6, and that is a kabuki brush, which is kind of for putting powder all over your face to set your face at the end. Make those 2 switches. Start actually caring about the, products. You don't have to spend $54 on a palette like I did. You can go and just buy a palette, and before you even use it, and hopefully if you can try to test it in the store, test it and see how much color is it going to put on your skin. How easy is it going to be able to blend it out. And then if you get, a couple brushes, the ones I think that you absolutely need, at least I think, a good shadow brush like this one. It usually says shadow brush, but this is kind of what they look like. They're kind of like in a C formation. Then a good blending brush. Sometimes they look like this. It looks like a little bunny tail. A smudge brush. I like to do this just like smudge out my eyeliner. This is more for eyeliner than anything. And then an eyeliner brush. Now they have a bunch of these. This is my favorite. It's angled, and they're pretty thin. If you can see this. Sorry, I had to do that. And like I said, I think ELF. I mean, this smudge brush was like a dollar, and then their eyeshadow brush is also $1. And then I think it's just when you get to like a brush like this, the angled brush and the blending brush, that they're like $3 or $4. But yeah, and I guarantee you that once you start using better products that are going to be able to more pigmented and less chalk and just BS, and you start using brushes and not the sponges, your makeup looks will go from looking just kind of, newish and not really as pigmented as you want it to like you see models have and like you see, makeup artists have. So this is all I have for today. And if you want more information, maybe about like choosing colors and everything, please let me know. I really hope that this has helped you out a lot, and I hope to see pictures. I love seeing when people have taken techniques I've shown them and applied it in real life. So if you want, I think maybe we could do like a fun before and after, like before using the sponge and not great shadows, and after using brushes and great eyeshadows, and kind of see the difference. So yeah, I hope you like this video. Please share and comment and tell me what I should do next week. I'm not sure if I want to do something like figuring out face shape or skin conditions or waxing, because I do waxing too. But yeah, just let me know. Hopefully, I will have this video. I'm trying to do every Friday, so we'll see if I can stick to that. So have a wonderful day, and yeah, watch my last 2 videos and keep practicing. Okay, bye!